A fluorescent light flickered incessantly over register number 3 at Lawson's 24/7 stop, a small roadside market off Interstate 80, a few miles past the Clearfield exit in Pennsylvania. Erin Carter narrowed her eyes, counting change into the calloused hand of a bleary-eyed truck driver. 1742, she said, placing the coins carefully in his palm. Careful driving. Fog's rolling in heavy tonight. The trucker grunted a tired thanks and lumbered toward the exit, boots thudding against the old tile. Now only Erin and Chloe Simmons remained on the graveyard shift, the slow hours stretching ahead like endless asphalt. Erin adjusted the faded name tag pinned to her olive green uniform. 6 months into the job, and she still felt like an alien in it, a sharp contrast to the army fatigue she had worn for 15 years. 15 years, 3 deployments, and now here she was, restocking rows of beef jerky in a market that smelled permanently of burnt coffee and industrial disinfectant. Erin, can you, restock the sodas? Chloe's voice floated lazily from the side counter where she perched, flipping through a celebrity gossip magazine. I broke a nail, and I'm not dealing with heavy stuff. Erin sighed inwardly, shifting her sore right knee. That old wound, a souvenir from her final mission in Helmand Province, liked to flare up on cold nights. Of course, Erin said, voice neutral. She headed toward the stockroom, pushing the squeaky metal cart. Behind her, Chloe giggled into her phone. Yeah, we're both here. Me and the tin soldier, she whispered to someone, Brent, the store manager, no doubt. Erin pretended not to hear, like always. Chloe, a full decade younger and the favorite, often mocked her stiff bearing and precise movements. Tin Soldier was the latest nickname. Erin was organizing cases of sodas with methodical care when Chloe called out again. Hey, you gonna do the morning inventory too? Brent said I could leave early if I wanted. I'll handle it, Erin said simply. Chloe smiled with a flip of her perfect blonde hair, already pulling out her lipstick for a fresh coat. To civilians, Erin had learned, things like punctuality and responsibility were peculiar. Not strengths, but quirks. She straightened the energy drink display with a precision Sergeant Reyes would have praised back in Kandahar. Meticulous saves lives, Carter, he had said once, and she'd never forgotten. A car pulled into the cracked parking lot, headlights sweeping over the grimy windows. Erin glanced up instinctively. Not Brent. A slim man in a gray hoodie entered, head down, hands in his pockets. Erin's senses pricked. Height about 5'9", weight around 150. Twitchy. More interested in the security cameras than the snack aisle. She clocked every detail, even as she kept stacking cans. Behind her, Chloe groaned dramatically. I seriously hate this shift. How do you even deal with it? I mean, you have no social life, so maybe you like it. I like the quiet, Erin said simply. Quiet? Ugh. Think about what? How to stand at attention better. Chloe snorted. Erin thought about her empty apartment. The long afternoons at physical therapy. The dreams she still woke up screaming from. She had tried dating after her discharge. It never lasted long. I like things as they are, Erin said. The man in the hoodie drifted toward the front counter. The door chimed again. An elderly man shuffled inside, heading toward the fridge at the back. Nothing unusual, until the hoodie guy yanked a black pistol from his waistband. Erin recognized the make instantly. Glock 19. Probably a cheap secondhand. Money. Now, he barked, waving the gun toward Chloe. Her lipstick clattered to the ground. Oh my God, Chloe gasped, frozen. Calm down, Erin said, her voice low, steady. She edged closer to the register. We're gonna do exactly what he says. Shut up. Open the drawer, the robber shouted, jabbing the gun toward Chloe. Her hands trembled so hard she couldn't even punch in the register code. I can't, she whimpered. Move it, he yelled, pressing the gun against her temple. Chloe sobbed, paralyzed. Erin kept her breathing slow. The robber's grip was tight, too tight. His trigger finger twitched. Bad training. His eyes were glued to Chloe. No situational awareness. Perfect. I can open it, Erin offered, voice even, hands up. Then do it. Now. He shifted his focus for just a split second. That's all she needed. In one fluid movement, Erin stepped forward, grabbed the robber's wrist, twisting it down and outward. Simultaneously, her other hand clamped the top of the pistol, forcing the slide back. A metallic click, weapon disabled. The man cried out, but Erin had already yanked his arm, using his own momentum to send him sprawling face first onto the dirty linoleum. Before he could react, she locked his elbow and planted a knee in his back. The gun clattered harmlessly onto the counter. Chloe, call 911. Aaron said calmly. Chloe stared in shock. Now, Chloe. Chloe fumbled for her phone, fingers shaking as she punched the numbers. 911. Armed robbery. We're safe, he's contained, she sobbed into the phone. The robber cursed and squirmed under Aaron's iron grip. The more you struggle, the worse it'll get, she informed him coolly. 5 minutes later, 2 police cruisers screeched into the lot, lights flashing. Officers entered, guns drawn, then froze at the scene. Aaron still had the robber pinned, the Glock safely out of reach on the counter. Situation contained, she said. An older officer, badge-reading Lieutenant Harris, approached. You military? He asked after one look. Former Sergeant Aaron Carter, she confirmed. Harris nodded with respect. United States Marine. I recognize one of our own when I see it. They exchanged a look that needed no words. Did you disarm him alone? Asked a younger cop, wide-eyed. I just followed the procedure, Aaron said modestly. In the corner, Chloe sobbed quietly. When she finally looked up, her gaze toward Aaron was different. Awed. Grateful. You saved my life, she whispered. I just did what was necessary, Aaron said, uncomfortable. After statements were given, Mr. Lawson, the owner, barreled into the store, frantic. What the hell happened? Oh my God, my store. My employees. We're all right, Aaron reassured him. Because of her, Chloe said hoarsely, pointing at Aaron. She took him down like some kind of action movie hero. Lawson gawked at Aaron like he was seeing her for the first time. I just reacted, Aaron mumbled, already moving to pick up scattered merchandise. Forget that, Lawson cried. Everyone go home. We're closing for the day. I'll deal with insurance. Outside, the sky was pale with approaching dawn. Aaron limped slightly to her battered old sedan. Footsteps hurried behind her. Aaron, wait! Chloe caught up, out of breath, mascara streaked. I just wanted to say thank you, she said. No thanks necessary. It is necessary, Chloe insisted. She looked ashamed. I've been such a bitch to you. I mocked you, laughed at you, and you saved me. Aaron gave a small, tired smile. I've been called worse than Tin Soldier. No, it was wrong. I judged you because you were strong and real, and it scared me. Chloe's voice cracked. You know who you are. I'm not sure I ever did until tonight. They stood in silence, breath misting in the cold air. If you ever want to talk about, the army stuff, Chloe added awkwardly, I'll listen. Thank you, Aaron said, and meant it. That night Aaron didn't sleep. She ran until her knee throbbed. Routine was survival. The next morning she gave a full statement at the station. Lieutenant Harris met her personally. Sergeant Carter, he said with a half smile. Still got the edge, huh? Just Aaron now, she said. Once a sergeant, always a sergeant. When they finished, Harris offered something unexpected. We're hiring. Could use someone like you. Training officer. Teaching recruits how to survive the real thing. Police work. Purpose. A place where discipline wasn't a flaw. I'll think about it, Aaron said honestly. 2 days later, back at the market, Lawson called her into the back room. The employees, Chloe among them, were gathered with a cake that said, "Thank you, Aaron." She almost turned around and walked out. They cheered. Chloe stepped forward. "I owe you my life," she said. "And maybe a lot more than that." Lawson cleared his throat. "I looked you up, Aaron. Bronze Star for Valor. You never said anything. Doesn't matter now." "It does to me," Lawson said. "I want you to be our new assistant manager. Focus on security. Better pay. Full benefits." Before Aaron could respond, Chloe piped up. "And I'll work under you. Learn everything you teach." For the first time in a long time, Aaron felt seen. Valued. "Thank you," she said. "But I have another offer." Chloe looked disappointed, but nodded. "It's a better fit," she said sincerely. "And before you leave, will you teach me? Self-defense? How to be less helpless?" Aaron considered. "I can teach you some basics," she said. "But it's about mindset more than moves." For the next few weeks, she trained Chloe and a few others after hours. Aaron demonstrated disarm techniques in the parking lot, correcting Chloe's sloppy stance with patient hands. "You have to see the signs," she explained. "Observation. Orientation. Decision. Action. That's how you survive." "The UDA loop?" Chloe guessed, laughing. "Close enough." The day she left Lawson's 24/7 stop, they gave her a gift. A small tin soldier figurine saluting proudly. "To remind you," Chloe said tearfully, "of who you are, and who you helped us become." Aaron fought the lump in her throat. "You changed too," she told Chloe. "You just needed a push." As Aaron drove away, the early stars blinking awake in the Pennsylvania sky, she realized the robbery hadn't just stolen a few minutes of terror. It had given her back something she thought she'd lost forever. A sense of identity, a future worth fighting for. At her new job at the State Police Academy, wearing a crisp uniform again, Erin Carter walked tall. Stronger, steady as steel. And when she stopped by Lawson's weeks later, Chloe greeted her with a theatrical salute. "Officer Carter." Erin grinned. "At your service, civilian."